My entire routine was built around one single thing: the bus, every weekday morning. It arrived at 7:18 a.m., not 7:17, and never 7:19. I timed my whole day by it. I'd leave my apartment at precisely 7:11, cross the street only after the pedestrian light turned red for the second time, and stand in the exact same spot near the cracked bench. I stopped checking the schedule years ago. I simply didn't need to. I work in accounting, where nothing is ever unpredictable. I like that. I like knowing exactly when my day starts and when it ends. The bus was a crucial part of that stability. It had been on time for as long as I'd lived in the city, until the morning it wasn't. That day, 7:18 came and went. I checked my phone. No alerts, no delays listed online. At 7:21, the bus finally appeared, pulling up to the curb much slower than usual. The driver didn't make eye contact with anyone as we boarded. I remember thinking he looked tired. I also remember thinking nothing of it. The next morning, it was late again, only this time, when I got on, there were noticeably fewer people. A woman who always sat near the front wasn't there. Neither was the older gentleman who always read the morning paper. I just assumed they were sick, or maybe working from home. It wasn't my business, after all. By the end of that week, the bus was late every single day, always between 3 and 5 minutes. Never more, never less. And the passengers, they kept changing, but not in a normal way. Familiar faces would disappear, and they just never came back. New people took their places. They were different. They didn't talk. They didn't scroll through their phones. They just sat there, staring straight ahead, completely silent. One morning, I noticed something else. As the bus doors hissed shut, the driver looked at me through the rearview mirror. It was just for a second, then he looked away. That alone wouldn't have bothered me, except he nodded. It was a slight, almost imperceptible nod, like he recognized me, like we shared a secret. That afternoon, I decided to leave work early and catch a different bus home. I needed to prove to myself that I was just imagining things, that my mind was playing tricks on me. When I got to the stop, the same bus was already there. The same driver sat behind the wheel. The same silent passengers stared out the windows. I double-checked the route number on the side. It was correct. I looked at the time on my phone. This bus shouldn't have even been on this part of the route yet, but nobody else seemed to question it. As we drove, I noticed we were stopping for longer than usual at certain intersections. It wasn't because of traffic, it was just waiting. At one red light, the bus just sat there through 2 full cycles of the traffic signal changing from red to green, and back to red again. No one complained. No one even reacted. Then we passed my stop. I stood up immediately, my heart starting to pound. The bus didn't even slow down. I called out something to the driver. I don't remember the exact words. He didn't respond. He didn't even look at me. That's when I noticed the street signs. They were familiar, but slightly off. Street names I recognized were in the wrong order. Buildings looked like strange copies of places I passed every single day, just rearranged incorrectly, like a distorted memory. The bus finally stopped 3 blocks past my neighborhood. As I stepped off onto the pavement, the driver spoke for the first time, his voice calm and even. "Tomorrow," he said, "be on time." I walked home a different way. I didn't sleep much that night. The next morning, I stood at the stop again, my hands trembling slightly. At 7:18, the bus arrived, exactly on time. The familiar passengers were all back in their usual seats. The driver didn't look at me. The ride was normal, predictable, safe. But now, every morning, when the bus is even a single second late, I feel it. A cold knot in my stomach. A feeling like it's waiting for something, or for someone. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this story, be sure to subscribe for more.